the mic going? Yeah. Is the mic? Oh, yeah. Yep.
When I get this sorted out,
Should have brought your little torch.
I know you don't normally see me because thank you. Thanks everybody for coming. I know Sheila would appreciate seeing all you lovely people and the memories. And I really appreciate it at this very moment. Thank you for loaning us this real emporium. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Now I don't know how I'm going to do this because I'm not very good. But I'm sorry I'm using notes, but my memory's not very good. Right. Sheila. She was the most loving, happy and contented people you'd ever met. And I had the privilege to be married to her. Sheila was born in Hackney, East London, and never lost her East London humour, accent or love of people. Her memory and hearing were exceptional. Even towards the end of her life, which was both a help and a hindrance to me at times. Sheila and I met when I was an engineering manager, and Sheila was a telephonist in the same company, and she had a skill beyond words. She was very good, perfect at her job. With her memory was fantastic. She could charm even the most irate customer, and by the time they got to me, they were all calm and settled, and we could do the business. We all, like most people in this room, we all grew to love Sheila and her funny little ways and her sayings. And this was a bit embarrassing to me when we first met, but it all worked out in the end. We started going, I'll just give you a quick history. You're not going anywhere, are you? We started going out together on condition that it was kept secret, because at the time I was a very private individual. I didn't like anyone knowing anything about me. Anyway, we were driving along one day and there was a person from the company coming towards us, and I said, "Quick, Sheila, duck." And she ducked and fell into the wall of the car. That was the last time we ever did that. And she never tried to hide again, which was nice. Shortly after we decided to get married, and for privacy, I decided that 9 o'clock on a Monday morning was the best time for us to get married. And when I went to see the registrar and book it, he said nobody gets married at 9 o'clock on a Monday morning. The earliest I'll do it is 10. So 10 o'clock, I'm waiting for Sheila, and she turned up with her father and sister, and I opened the door for her, and she had, as you will see in the photo, a red dress and flowers in her hair. And I said, excuse the language, what the bloody hell you dressed like that? I said, this was supposed to be low key. And she said, it's my wedding day. And I now appreciate what it meant. And the flowers in her hair, she did keep some, just to remind me occasionally. I realised then that I wasn't in charge, and Sheila was going to run it the way Sheila ran it. And I was going to tell another story, but I don't know what to. Anyway, I'll tell you the story. One of the things, I thought I knew everything, and I became manager of a part manager of a very large company, and Sheila just went along normal, and then one day the CEO came and said, I'd like to take all the managers out for dinner. So I sat Sheila down. I hadn't been there very long, and I sat Sheila down and I said, now listen, keep it shut. Just keep looking ahead. Don't say anything outrageous. Some of you would have heard this story anyway. And anyway, we got to this very posh hotel in London by the Thames, and it really was. In those days, posh was posh, and we were ordinary. And we sat down, and the CEO said, okay, I'm going to buy you all a bottle of wine. What you don't drink, you can take home. So he goes round and everybody says, Beaujolais, this, all this. And got to Sheila, and she said, sorry, I don't drink. And by then, she was sitting next to him at the table, and I'm going, oh God, don't start. Whatever you do, don't tell him about your life. Because I thought it was very important that I appeared to be up to position. Anyway, he said, you must have something. So she said, no, I don't know anything about wine. I don't want anything. So he said, you must have something. So I whispered to her a wine name, and Sheila said, oh, I can just get this down. So he said, okay. So he orders the wine. The waiter came up and gave her a taste. She drank it, put it down. He went to put some more in the glass, and she went, no, I've had none. So the boss turned and he said, I just paid £50 for that bottle. He said, and you're not going to drink it. And she said, no, I told you I don't like it.